too long, don't read. As a miner, in essence, what you do is you basically spin up a machine and you provide 1,000 leads per day to subnet 71 validators. If your leads are good based off of what the validators judge, they reward you alpha tokens. So this is not a winner takes everything subnet. I really do feel like I have a shot at mining this. So without further ado, let's freaking start. All right, so let me show you what I do. Subnet alpha.ai. You can read this. You can summarize it with AI to give you an idea if you have a shot at competing. So now what you are going to do is download Visual Studio Code. I was using Cursor before, but I knew about this and it's completely free. And what you are going to do inside, as you can see, I literally gave him the LEADPOET GitHub link, which is right here. And I told him, empty this file leadpoet.main and just clone everything for me. And as you can see, all the files are dropped locally on my computer. So I have a folder on my desktop and we just opened it with this coding IDE and we have Claude Code that I'm logged into as an LLM add-on that I can talk to, ask him questions about each code files and things of that nature. And he's going to have a deep understanding of this subnet without me having to drop files constantly. So analyze the mining files and answer the question related to that. If simply put, if I should put some time into registering as a miner. All right, so what do miners do? Find customers, deliver the business lead to the network or to the validators. This we know. So the flow, you find leads, submit to the gateway, very easy. Validators check it, you get paid. This sounds like free money, to be honest. I'm really curious to see what's up. Find leads, this is where your scraper comes in. So they already give us miner code that handles the lead submissions. This is great. They check the email. Does the person exist? Is the company legit? And they give us a reputation score 0 to 48. Should you do this honest assessment? Yes, you have a real edge. Here's why. The hard part is scraping. So the AI told me, yes, go for it. So we're going to give it a shot and pour in some time to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my miner key so everything is ready, for me to register on that subnet. Once the scraping is live and I'm ready to register and start providing leads, we're going to do that right now. Speaking of subnets, Bitcast is subnet 93 on Bittensor, focused on turning attention into something measurable and valuable. So Bitcast is actually bringing the attention economy right here on Bittensor. And it aims to make attention trackable, provable, and programmable so it's no longer abstract. The size of the market opportunity Subnet 93 Bitcast has on its hands is huge, over 500 billion by 2030 and over $2 trillion by 2035. So traditional marketing is broken and is not efficient whatsoever. People get paid on useless vanity metrics like views, likes, and impressions. So there's no clear link to outcomes. It's easy to fake engagement and there's no transparency on performance. And Bitcast's AI verification of attention aims to revolutionize that. It is much more efficient. It can detect botted views, low quality engagement, artificial amplification of metrics. So it is tasked to only reward genuine reach, real user attention with watch time. And it's based on geographical location as well. Bitcast automates campaigns end to end. It's fully automatic. Creators can launch campaigns in minutes and the AI can verify thousands of videos simultaneously, which really increases speed and efficiency. Bitcast has a real flywheel effect also, and it is designed to grow through a self-reinforcing loop. Brands want better ROI, so they allocate a budget to Bitcast campaigns. Creators compete to deliver attention. AI verifies that. Strong results attract more brands. More spend attracts more creators. Subnet 93 also has a crazy growth momentum as we speak, growing at over 10% digit rates month over month across all attention metrics, such as campaign activity, creators, and attention being coordinated. And they've recently had their listing on Base, which is easier access for retail investors, increased liquidity, and greater visibility across crypto ecosystems. Been activate. Okay, so right now my virtual environment is activated and we're going to see the state of my hotkey BTC wallet list. And as you can see, this is the exact format. I have one cold key and a bunch of hotkey nested. And right now you probably don't see it, it's blurred out, but this miner right here, SN93 Valley and SN88, this is the hotkey name. They are currently unused. There's no need for me to create any other hotkeys. So if you need to create your hotkeys, you don't have some already, you need to go to the BTC reference document and you have all the different commands that are labeled right here and you need to learn how to use them. I have a detailed specific beginner guide in my alpha group showing you how everything works, what the terminal output will be when you type commands. You need to get familiar with these things if you want to mine. But for now, for simplicity, we are not going to create a miner key. We already have 3. So I'm probably going to rename them for distinguishability and, you know, move on. So look at this move command. It is actually going to go into the folder of this miner right here on my Ubuntu machine to actually, we're going to rename it SN71. It's more simple and distinguishable. So let's see if it works. Boom. And if we run btcli wallet list again, you can directly see we have a hotkey named SN71. So you can run this rm-rf command and it's going to remove you know, the SN97 miner, which is not needed anymore. So this is crucial, guys. Yes, there is a base scraper provider, and this is so important to know as a miner. Do you need to do everything yourself? Does the subnet provide you something to start off with? You can either use it as is or replace it entirely. We're probably going to do a hybrid approach. So let's freaking go. I'm pumped. Let's optimize this scraper. I know a ton about scrapers, so I am very motivated to make some cash. So now, crucial, to scrape, you need to find leads and submit them in this format, and you need 3 API keys. So I'm getting information as to what each API key does. Okay, boys, so I asked the AI, what is the next step? We need to get our 4 or 5 API keys. So as you can see on the left side, I have a .m file. This is where all your API keys are stored. And these are the API keys needed to scrape, search on Google, and just operate the miner. So let's go and do that. But let's start with the easy one. So I'm on openrouter.ai, click sign up, go with Google. It's the easiest. So agree to that, continue. And just like that, as you can see, I'm logged in into my Google. This is the openrouter dashboard. So just click your account, click activity, and then go to the top left, click API keys, create your API key. We're gonna name it LEADPOET API key, leave blank, no expiration, create. And just like that, you have your API key. I'm gonna blur it out and just put it in your environment file right here. And don't forget to also add some credits because you won't be able to use the platform if you don't have any credits. It costs money to call the LLMs. And what's super cool is that if you toggle this, you can actually buy with crypto. So toggle this, click purchase, and you just scan this with your MetaMask wallet or any wallet you're using. Wow, guys, this was insane. I literally clicked purchase, went through the steps. I had randomly 15 USDC, you know, in my MetaMask. There you have it. I have my credits, no banks, no credit cards. I love the process until now. You see the payment transaction. Now let's get the firecrawl API key. So connect with Google. Let's get you started. So I'm guessing just follow the steps. Nah, I'm not doing extra steps. Right here, scroll to the bottom and click this little toggle right here on the bottom right. Continue. Skip. Invite your team, skip. Choose your plan, free. Welcome to firecrawl. Perfect. So you just have to follow through a little bit of interactive steps and just let it load for now. And boom, this is your dashboard. So personal team, I'm right here. Probably API keys is right here on the left hand side. Click it. Boom, I have a default API key already. Copy that and just paste it in your environment file right here on the left side. I'm not going to show it because I already have other API keys pasted. All right, so for the last API key, you're going to scratch off everything related to GSC because after a lot of research, it is outdated and they've changed their terms of usage. You cannot scrape the whole web right now with Google. So we're going to go with serper.dev because we need an API key to make Google search queries for us to get a lot of website URLs and scrape them with firecrawl afterwards. So we need this. They're giving us 2,500 free queries, so that's pretty interesting. Let's just sign up really quickly. All right, so one click, very simple. I'm logged in into my account and the API key is probably here. So copy the API key, use AI to help you and add it right here to your environment file. And we would need to configure the code a little bit more to work with serper.dev because the initial code works with Google GSC. So we need to make changes with the AI. So this is how I make subnet code changes. So I said I just added the serper.dev API key. Lay me out a step-by-step plan so we can start scraping soon. and assume that I have 2,500 free requests. And this is the beauty of coding in 2026. So we're just changing the code to work with Serper, and I don't even need to go dig inside all of these different files. The AI is doing it for me. And because we're on VS Code, it's changing it exactly for me. I don't need to do anything. It's mostly debugging and talking to the AI, and that's what it's all about. So you clearly see that right here, it's removing the Google search engine and it's integrating serper.dev. So all the red lines are changes. The green lines is what we're adding. You can click on the files to see exactly what it's changing and just basically allow. All right, boys, so we're getting pretty close to actually starting the scraper. There's a lot more work to do still, but let's put a virtual environment on our computer. I'm in my terminal right now. You can access it on the top left, click terminal, new terminal, and you're gonna be there. Make sure you're in the right folder. Use AI, he can help you. Right now, what we need to do is make a virtual environment, but with Python 3.12, because if you look at the subnets code, you can mine this with Python 3.9 to 3.12. Otherwise, you know, the code will break and you won't be able to mine successfully with these files. So this is an AI generated command right here, Python 3.12 venv. And when you get these types of errors, just copy paste the terminal output and he's going to tell you what to do. So apparently I don't have Python 3.12 on my computer. I probably have another version. So I'll catch you guys, you know, once I follow these steps and I download Python 3.12 as well on my computer. So now I'm just installing Python 3.12 and I'm going to run you know, these same commands afterwards. So the three commands are here, paste that. So we're making a virtual environment that is going to operate under Python 3.12. Boom, it's created. Go init. So you see the little green flag, I'm in my venv right now. So now that you have Python and you're in your virtual environment in the right place, ask the AI, tell them, so read my setup py file and download all the necessary dependencies on my Windows computer for us to test locally. And bear in mind the Bittensor wallet and another package called Bittensor Drand won't be able to download on your computer, but that's completely fine. Right now, the only thing we need to do is test the scraper locally, see if we get some leads in the right format. And after that, we're gonna merge everything over to a virtual private server right here. And we're gonna connect to the network and then start submitting leads. So as a Bittensor miner, you need to understand that if you're testing stuff, there's no reason for you to, you know, start registering instantly and, you know, start wasting resources and things of that nature. Make sure that your plan works locally on your machine for free and then connect to subnets. So it is a workaround, but it is necessary. All right, so the moment of truth, after a little bit of prompting, this is the flow according to the AI and him, you know, analyzing all our files. So step one, we're going to search plumbing company Texas owner contact, and it's going to return us 10 website URLs. This is what the AI is saying according to the code files. I haven't even looked at them. Step two would be an LLM that is going to score that plumbing company and keep the top 3 website URLs. And step 3 would be our firecrawl built-in subnet code that is going to visit these 3 websites, work its magic and extract the company name, people, emails, roles. I'm a little bit skeptical if this is going to work off of the first try. It is very possible that at this stage, after 20 minutes, you know, a video time, the AI doesn't know enough things, doesn't have a lot of responses or logs, and he's completely hallucinating on me. So this is what I'll be checking right now with the terminal results. And step 4, we're gonna have the results at test_output exports. So we need to run these 2 commands right now that he's saying to see if we're gonna get some leads. And once again, guys, remember these leads won't be submitted. This is just locally on my computer to see if everything works. So go to that directory and start the actual Python files. God damn, look at it work. It's actually not that bad. 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Nick's Plumbing. What is that? CRP Plumbing DFW. Pretty good. I'm very impressed. We didn't get a whole bunch of error logs. So let's see. And guys, this is some golden information that you can just copy and send it back over into the chat section for the LLM to understand for you. The whole point is for the LLM to think for us. We don't need to push our brain that much. We just want to get alpha tokens fast. So right here, I just pasted everything that I see in my terminal. And I said, what's going on? It's still hanging. Is it working? So I'm just in need of some advice. So boom, it's working, it's crawling. Loyalty Plumbing LLC.net with firecrawl right now. The first site, CRP Plumbing, it took 27 seconds. It might take 3 to 5 minutes. You'll see it finish with a summary showing how many leads it found and the export path. So guys, I am officially scraping with Subnet 71's code in maybe it took me an hour or two to set up, but it is crazy. We'll see if we can push this to actually earn some tokens, but everything is local right now. Holy moly, we had success true. So this is looking good. I do not understand what is going on with all of these logs right here. So let's just take that, the second part, and ask him what's going on. Do we have a shot? Where are the leads? 9 out of 10 crawled successfully. That's amazing. 1 LinkedIn failed. Total cost 3 cents, 10 leads. So after, sending all the terminal outputs, so the pipeline works end to end. Serper is communicating with openrouter. So everything is talking to each other. We are scraping properly with all the subnet code files without me even having to check one single file. This is all, the pre-built code of the subnet. But we didn't get emails extracted. We visited the wrong websites like bbb.org, yelp.com, and these don't necessarily list the team's information or email or things of that nature. So we need to optimize the scraper in this portion right here. It is going to take some time. I'm probably going to make a few parts with this, but right now we know how to test locally. We know how to scrape with Subnet 71's code locally. And we just need to refine our strategy to know where to scrape, what not to do, how to fetch the emails properly, see why the JSON files aren't optimal, and why don't we have emails and names and things of that nature. And let's run a quick test. So I asked him, what does lead CSV? If you look on the left-hand side, lead CSV and lead JSON, this is the area where apparently we scraped and the information landed. So I asked the AI really quickly, what does lead CSV and leads JSON tell us? If we are to submit this to the Bittensor network, hypothetically, would we get points, something like 0 out of 48 points? Are we able to earn alpha tokens with what we got? And there you have it. Honest answer, these would score 0 because these are the requirements that LEADPOET needs, like email, full name, LinkedIn, whatever. We got 1 out of 7 or 8. So it is very bad right now. We need to optimize the scraping logic to see where it's trying to pull from to actually make sure it's on the right page. That's what we need to do. I think I'm gonna cap off part 1 right now. Maybe I'll share my findings. I'll probably share my findings inside my Discord group directly somewhere in the mining chat. But for now, I've shown you guys how to test the scraper, how to set up the code locally directly on your computer for free, and how you can use AI to optimize your scraping logic. So it's not that simple, but it is doable. If you want to make money anywhere in the world, you have to sacrifice, you have to put in some time, energy, and focus into making these things work. So we are able to scrape, but it's not enough to score points and earn alpha tokens. So that is what I'll be doing this coming week and figuring it all out and showing the results in my Discord. So let me know in the comments, guys, if this was too technical as a video. Are you gonna try mining Subnet 71? What are your thoughts about, coding with AI and optimizing Bittensor mining with AI? That's how I do these things. I don't need to go into the code on a deeper level like a programmer. I just explain to the AI and, iterate with him as if he's my partner. That's how I've made it this far with Bittensor. Hopefully you do the same thing. Leave a comment down below if y'all have some questions. So with that being said, hope you've enjoyed this video. Watch this video a few times if you need it. It is pretty technical, but if you put in the time and work, you're gonna get the hang of it. And I'm very motivated to, earn some alpha tokens. So I'll be closing it off at that and figuring out the rest along the way.